Today on Eagle Nation News, we have a show full of Prosper spirit. First, Celebrate Prosper. Ethan Lee checks out what's in store for Celebrate Prosper. Next, Miss Rodriguez. One teacher at PHS is winning big even though she hasn't been here long. Last, a PHS cheerleader shows us her road to recovery. All this and more on today's edition of Eagle Nation News. Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. I'm Colton Boston.
And I'm Landon Byram, bringing this week's news. ENN starts
right now.
I'm ready.
Welcome back, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us here again at Studio 301.
Today's forecast is a high of 91 and a low of 62, while it will remain sunny all day.
You know, Landon, fall weather is finally starting to fill the air. You know what my favorite time of year is for fall? Hockey season.
Well, Colton, speaking of hockey, a new business opens in a branch here in Prosper and gives locals a chance to start a brand new sports card collection.
Wax Sports Cards is selling itself into the Prosper market as a premier trading post.
I started collecting as a kid and took a break for some years, but got back into it about 6 or 7 years ago and haven't stopped since. Collect mostly football and baseball when I was a kid. Nolan Ryan, big time, and then Bo Jackson was really popular. Ken Griffey Jr. was really big as well. Roger Clemens too.
Justin Sleep isn't as unique as you might think.
Riding my bike to the local card shop and just opening packs, pulling cards like Emmett, Jordan.
But these individuals weren't always card collectors.
Then I was in the medical field for like 10 years. I was an x-ray tech and a phlebotomist and decided I was done with that and wanted to do something else.
I got offered the position and I accepted it. I was working at a title company for real estate.
Over time, the two has scored some big collector items.
Rarest card I have is a rookie patch auto of Justin Herbert. It's graded in a PSA 10. It's about 2,000-ish.
The rarest, I don't know if I have too many rare cards in my collection, but like we just picked up a Justin Herbert downtown, so that's a pretty cool card. It's worth about $500.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Ben Clark.
It's down on Preston and Prosper Trail by Kroger, so it is super close.
They also sell Pokemon cards and other cards as well.
This shop is definitely a cool spot to go check out.
From hobbies to hot beats, one class here at PHS helps students to use their imagination and creativity to produce music.
With so many different electives and communities here at PHS, there's bound to be a few that not many people know about. One of these hidden gems is music production.
I've always loved producing music, and so I wanted to get better at it because I was kind of not very good at it.
I've never really had an outlet to be able to make music until now. So I've appreciated the opportunity a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Music production provides a space where students can express themselves in many different ways.
It's a really good creative outlet, and it allows me to use my creative liberties and create music that I think sounds good.
I like to explore and learn new things as well. I like to see what the students are into as far as genres go, or new techniques, and then we kind of explore and then kind of learn how to create some of that.
To get their projects and songs sounding to their liking, students put in a lot of hard work and dedication.
I think the effort and putting real effort and passion into it is really important.
The cool thing is that we all have the same rules and parameters, but the students have all sorts of different outcomes.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Rodriguez.
Music production seems like a lot of fun. In fact, the song you heard throughout was made by one of Mr. Greenlee's students this year.
You know, and with the talent that we have in this class, you might actually see some students be producing music for Hollywood.
Well, don't go. Talent Talk is up next with all of your celebrity news.
Cineminds, a club for the movie lovers. We meet Mondays bi-weekly. All are welcome to join, and there are absolutely no fees.
You can email Mr. Logan for the Google Classroom code or any of us if you have any questions.
Something that is nonstop and never sleeps is celebrity news.
Kennedy Smith is in studio with more.
Thanks, Colton. Starting off strong with a couple many have come to love, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. They finally tied the knot on September 27th in Santa Barbara, California. The Love You Like a Love Song singer finally found her love with Benny. He captioned the moment with "my wife in real life" on Instagram shortly after the wedding as a way to celebrate being with Selena. With 170 friends and family, including star-studded celebrities, says the People magazine, such as Ed Sheeran, Paris Hilton, and Taylor Swift. Even though these award-winning stars were in attendance, the couple wanted to keep it simple but beautiful with this small traditional wedding. Personally, I would love to have Taylor Swift in my wedding. Speaking of Taylor Swift, Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, premieres tomorrow, and she announced her album on her now fiance's podcast, New Heights, which is hosted by Travis Kelce, her soon-to-be husband, and his brother, Jason Kelce. She has released teases of visuals to fill her fans with the overwhelming anticipation and excitement while waiting for the drop. Swift has said that the new album shares her vibrant and electric experiences during the Eras Tour. I went to the Eras Tour in Los Angeles and loved every second of it. I cannot wait to see what she does with her new album. How do you guys feel about the album Back at the Desk?
I'm not a big Swiftie, but I feel like this album will make it onto the music charts.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift, and honestly, I don't plan to. NASCAR's in the playoffs. My weekend is pretty filled.
Something else you can do this weekend, we'll be going to the Celebrate Prosper event.
Ethan Lee is on scene with more.
Thanks, Colton. I'm here at Frontier Park where this Saturday from 4 to 8, the Celebrate Prosper event will be held. There will be balloon animals, bounce houses, and face painting, plus a live performance from the band, Purdy Kings. Also, make sure to sign up for the Cornhole Tournament, which will be from 3 to 8 at the multi-purpose fields. Also, make sure to bring a lawn chair or picnic blankets to enjoy a nice view of the live performances while grabbing a bite from the food trucks. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it, but what about you guys back at the desk?
I love events like this, and it really brings our community together.
Yes, Landon, this event this year is partnered with WFAA for Santa's Helpers Toy Drive. You can learn more about this event if you go to prospertx.com, and you can also learn more off the graphic on the screen.
And another person that really shows Prosper pride is one of our very own teachers here at PHS.
Prosper High School is home to many incredible teachers, but rarely do they get recognized for going above and beyond.
The College Football Playoff Foundation recognizes a teacher with the Extra Yard for Teachers Award. It's meant to recognize a teacher that goes above and beyond and makes an impact outside of the school and into the community. It does a lot for the campus, the students, and Prosper as a whole.
But the proud winner of the award is actually a newer teacher with a bigger plan.
Being a newer teacher in Prosper, it feels really important because working in such a large district, it seems kind of impossible sometimes to get some recognition, especially for speech and debate. We're a very small group of people and we're working really hard to be able to keep this activity alive in Texas. So being able to get recognized as a speech and debate coach is really amazing.
Rated source, all three. But who picks the winner exactly?
The athletics department really runs it and chooses. But they like to choose somebody who doesn't just impact athletics, but impacts a greater number of students.
Through speech and debate, you take on a position of advocacy, and every single chance that you get, you are sharing what you want the world to know about what you're caring about. And speech and debate is one of those unique opportunities where students really get to find their voices through this.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Maddie Kebb.
She has been teaching here for 3 years and already has done so much for her students.
It is incredible to see a staff member awarded in front of a packed Children's Health Stadium last Friday during the homecoming game.
Holden McCurry has all of the updates from that game and more coming up next.
Cineminds, a club for the movie lovers. We meet Mondays bi-weekly. All are welcome to join, and there are absolutely no fees.
You can email Mr. Logan for the Google Classroom code or any of us if you have any questions.
Prosper Sports are staying strong.
Holden McCurry is in studio with this week's Game Time.
Thanks, Colton. This week's Game Time is starting out on the volleyball court. The Lady Eagles faced a strong opponent in Plano West on Friday, and unfortunately they weren't able to come out on top this time with the final score ending 3-0. They look ahead to their matchup tomorrow night against McKinney Boyd. The game will be held in the PHS Arena at 6:30. Moving away from the arena and into the natatorium, last Friday both the boys and girls water polo teams played Flower Mound, and unfortunately after a hard-fought game, the boys came up just short 11-10. Similarly, the girls also lost by just 1 point as their score was 12-11. On Tuesdays, both teams faced Marcus, and sadly both teams again lost, the boys by a score of 14-17, and the ladies finished 16-9. With that, the boys and girls will finish the regular season as the 12th and 8th ranked teams in the state respectively. Make sure to show your support as they start to prepare for playoffs next Tuesday. Now let's head out to the tennis courts where our tennis team played a tough matchup against the number 3 team in the state, Plano West, on Tuesday, and unfortunately lost 3-16. The team looks to bounce back next Tuesday at 4:30 at Flower Mound for the last matchup of the regular season. Lastly, your Prosper Eagle football team had their homecoming game last week against Plano East, and if you haven't heard, they dominated the Panthers with a final score of 48-20. The Eagles were flying high in the first half with 6 touchdowns, but it wasn't just our offense that was hot. The defense held Plano East to only 7 points throughout the first 3 quarters. We get to see how much momentum our number 4 team in the state, undefeated Eagles, can carry over to their game tomorrow against crosstown rival Rock Hill. Prosper will be on the away side at Children's Health Stadium this week, but don't let that stop you from coming out and showing your support for our boys. To wrap up this week's Game Time, there's one group of girls that show up for every sport here at Prosper, our Prosper Eagle cheer team. But one girl in particular faced a devastating diagnosis over the summer. Callie Swick has her story.
With football season in full swing, the lights are bright on the Friday night field. But for one cheerleader, getting back into uniform was a victory no one was expecting.
October of 2024, I went to Scottish Rite because I have tendonitis in my knees. And so they just did like full body x-rays and they saw like little lesions in my ankles. After the MRI in November, I was diagnosed with osteochondritis dissecans in both my ankles, which is a pretty rare condition, which means that the cartilage in my ankles died. When I would tumble or stunt or jump or do anything, my ankle bones and my foot bones would hit against each other. I had my first surgery on my left foot in May and then surgery on my right foot in June.
Emerson's road back to recovery was about more than just starting over physically. The emotional challenges she faced carried a heavy weight.
I knew what she was in for. So there was that anxiety of this is going to be a long road and how is she going to handle this?
There was a 3-month period where I couldn't walk and I felt like I couldn't do anything and I lost everything around me because cheer was like my whole life. Like that was all I did, that was all I was. I felt very out of place. I just didn't belong.
What began as a setback has now become her source of strength, fueling a determined vision for the future.
I think it's been fun to be able to watch her go back out and at least be able to do small parts of things with the team again.
I know I won't be my absolute best while colleges are looking at me, but if I can at least get back to where I was before all of this happened, that's what I want the most.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Callie Swick.
PHS!
It is truly so amazing to see how Emerson grew from her injury and is now back doing what she loves. Be sure to look out for her on the sidelines this game this Friday at Children's Health Stadium.
That's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. Thank you for letting us tell your stories. Once again, I'm Colton Boston.
And I'm Landon Byram. Have a great weekend and
go Eagles.